Assalamu alaikum and hello. Welcome viewers, that's existing viewers and also new viewers. My name is Metaverse and I'm your host today. Welcome to the Let's Talk Show, British Muslim TV. We're live once again here in the studio in Wakefield. We're also live on Twitter and as well as Facebook. So we have a very interesting topic of discussion. If you have any questions with respect to what we're discussing today, please do ring us on this number, which is 019 24231 083, or alternatively, you can also message on 07585 835 150. Sorry, I'm just squinting today. I've got a slight infection. But so thank you, viewers. And the topic of discussion today is Space Kids Foundation, and for which we have an amazing guest speaker today, all the way from Argentina. And he's the president of the Space Kids Foundation. He is the United Nations Peace Ambassador. He is also the professor of Metaverse. And also, he has multiple other roles, which I'm not going to talk about because I'm sure he's going to be able to talk about it more fluently than I. So without any further hesitation, I would like to welcome our guest speaker today, Chris Meniw. Hello.
Hello. Salam alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam. Oh, by the way, just to let you know, viewers, Chris actually converted to Islam probably about 5 years ago. So welcome. Thank you. And it's a pleasure to have you here. And
Pleasure is to be mine.
Yeah. And I think you're about four hours behind in Argentina?
Yeah, exactly. 4 hours behind.
Right. Okay. Well, thank you again coming to the show. So, Chris, as I said, you have a multiple of different roles, of which I can't keep up with. It makes me feel exhausted. But please tell me a bit more about yourself and all the roles that you have.
Okay.
Or maybe some of them.
Yeah. Well, actually, I am working in some institutions in Dubai. 7 Minutes Government Services is an institution from Dubai to apply, for example, a visa for work, or, for example, if you want to open your company over there in Dubai. At the same time, I recently was named as representative of the KISAT board in Abu Dhabi. And also I am director of 2020 Group in Dubai.
Okay, and also you're the president and the founder as well of the Space Kids Foundation. And like I said, I wasn't going to be able to keep up with all that you do, all the multiple roles that you have. So you're multi-talented, multi-skilled. Wow. So can you tell me a bit more about the Space Kids Foundation? It sounds ever so interesting. I'm really fascinated by it. And I'm sure the viewers are as well.
Thank you so much. Actually, the Space Kids Foundation has 2 years so far. I create this foundation because I know the future is going to be the space and metaverse. And when we talk about the fifth industrial revolution, we have to focus especially in two things: a space industry that, in terms of UK, for example, space represents 66% all of the UK economy, to be precisely. So that's why space is important in terms of economics, in terms of futurism. And of course, in terms of the next industrial revolution, we know that it's not going to be on Earth. If we are going to have the next industrial revolution, which some people say that is going to be in 2032, will be outside the planet Earth. So that's why I came to my mind that it's important to reskill and upskill the young generations to open this mindset about the space, boost imagination, boost passion. And I know that the space education is going to be so necessary to open the new strategy in terms of jobs. And that's why I realized that with one space institution, we can boost space education as well. So that's why I created the Space Kids Foundation.
Okay, excellent. And when was it actually set up, the Space Kids Foundation?
Well, actually, before the pandemic started, we opened the Space Kids Foundation. We just released at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs of Argentina. So that's why we have the support of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs of our country. And with the vision that we want to invite the whole Latin American kids And hopefully we are going to start with the whole continent from the next month, because nowadays, since we started 2 years ago, we just gave 10,000 scholarships, but only in Argentina. But from the next month, we are going to start giving some scholarships with the space agency from Paraguay and some universities from Panama, Mexico, Ecuador, Colombia, and promote the space education programs to the kids that actually they don't have resources to pay the courses. So that's why our idea and our intention is to provide courses for free. And we want to achieve the goal that in 2040, in Latin America, we want at least 1 million of kids prepared for this future that we are going to have. And of course, if we have success, we want to spread all over the world this concept of a Space Kid Foundation. Yeah, certainly. And, you know, I'm sure it's going to be very, very popular. And as you've said, you've offered so many scholarships. So you're going to branch out to other Latin American countries and hopefully become worldwide. So what is the age range of this group, if you can just quickly mention? So we're just going to actually have a short break. So please, viewers, do actually tune in after the short break, and then we will continue on with this amazing topic of discussion. So bye for now. Thank you very much.
This Azan is sponsored by singlemuslim.com.
Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمدًا رسول الله أشهد أن محمدًا رسول الله حي على الصلاة حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح حي على الفلاح الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله اللهم رب هذه الدعوة التامة والصلاة القائمة آت سيدنا محمدًا الوسيلة والفضيلة والدرجة الرفيعة وبعثه مقامًا محمودًا الذي وعدته وارزقنا شفاعته يوم القيامة إنك لا تخلف الميعاد.
O Allah, owner of this perfect call and owner of this prayer to be performed, bestow upon Muhammad al-Wasila and al-Fadila and send upon him a raised platform, which you have promised him. Verily, you never fail in your promise.
This Azan was sponsored by singlemuslim.com.
Hello, Assalamu alaikum. Welcome back to the Let's Talk show, and I'm your host today, Meniw. We're live here in the studio, and we have an amazing, live in the studio, I meant in Wakefield, and we have an amazing guest speaker as we were continuing, sorry about that. So we will continue on with the conversation. So we have Chris Meniw once again. Thank you. So, Chris, can I just ask you, the age range of the students, is it very small children? Is it 18 plus? What is the age range that the courses, the scholarships are offered to?
Yeah, well, there are two ranges. One is between 8 to 12, and the other is 13 to 18. Okay.
So, no doubt you felt that there was a need in that age group to actually cover space education and promote that.
Exactly. And it's not just about the space, it's about technology, human skills, because as I said at the beginning, we want to boost the fifth industrial revolution. In Latin America, all the industrial revolution took us years to understand the industrial revolutions. From the beginning of the industrial revolution 200 years ago, we are adopters of the industrial revolution. We are not creators of industrial revolutions in Latin America. So that's why, in this moment of this century, we know that the fifth industrial revolution is going to be related with the space, technology, and metaverse. So that's why we are going to iterate all those concepts, and we want to boost, because we know that the space and metaverse are going to be the future.
Right, okay. Well, can you tell me what metaverse means? Because I believe it's about, taking the, what's the word, internet and virtual reality, 4G to another level, isn't it? Where there's more reality and it's like virtual connection through computer-aided and artificial intelligence, where users will have access to another world, and in this respect, it will be space. Am I correct there?
Exactly, and you are correct. When we talk about metaverse, the correct answer is the next internet that we are going to have. That actually we are building this reality, because at the moment metaverse is just a concept, a marketing concept. We are not having the metaverse concept as a reality nowadays. And why space is important? Because with satellites, we are going to build the digital twin of human Earth, and the planet Earth is going to become a digital twin with the metaverse and satellites and the 5G and 6G. We are going to have this reality in front of our eyes. So that's why metaverse is related with the space education, because it's the next internet that we are going to have. We are not going to use websites. We are going to use metaverse. And at the same time, we are going to, in one point of our existence, we are not going to use this body. We are going to be only avatars, and we are going to be able to travel by consciousness through other planets, such as Mars, Moon. So the body is not going to be required. In 20 or 30 years, this possibility could be possible.
Yeah, that's very exciting. So I suppose, like you've mentioned, the Avatar, there is that movie, The Avatar, as well, in which, you have humans going to, some planet in Mars. I think it begins with, is it Pandora, something like that? I can't remember, but beginning with P. Yeah, so you have these humans that are kind of like slightly hybrid humans that are genetically engineered as well. So they're kind of like almost human, but virtual as well. It's hard to describe, but people that have watched it, they will understand. And so, you have these individuals that are going to this other kind of like dimension, this other planet in space, and then there's that interface, isn't it, between those people. I think you call it the Navi, the Navi group it's called, I think, which then fight these humans or genetically engineered humans. in the Avatar, that movie, and it's about, you know, the humans trying to access their resources and the Navi tribe trying to protect their resources. So are you saying that metaverse and humans going to space will be like that kind of like experience where it's genetically engineered, so you can go there like that, but also actually the body can go, you can actually go there as well?
Exactly. So to put you an example, from the next year, we are going to have 4G on the moon. And in less than 20 years, we are going to have on the moon living 1,000 people living on the moon.
Sorry, what year was that again, you mentioned?
Yeah, I'm saying that the next year we are going to have 4G on the moon. So we are going to have connectivity on the moon. And when we have connectivity, we are going to be able to connect through 4G this concept of avatars and metaverse with the people who are going to live on the moon. So probably for those who don't want to travel physically, they are going to be able to travel virtually through their avatars, and we're going to have the experience with the virtual reality, the possibility to explore with our all senses the life on moon. And at the same time, it's going to be the same with Mars in 2050 or 2060. So we know that this possible scenario is going to be possible because we are going to become interplanetary species in less than 100 years. And that is so necessary to apply in the concept to boost space education and technology, because without that, kids are going to don't have the mindset prepared for this age that we are going to explore.
And this is where, you know, the Space Kids Foundation ties in, you know, because ultimately that's what we're moving towards, metaverse and interplanetary life in space. And so the Space Kids Foundation will provide young people, you know, the technology, the skills, the education, the experience, and also to be able to have that knowledge around space. And I was actually reading about your Space Kids Foundation, you know, on the net. And the courses that you're providing are very, very interesting, really interesting. Courses such as, I think, space technology, which would give them, you know, understanding around, you know, technology and how that works in space. But also, I think there was one about the spacesuits course. And I found that fascinating. And I'm thinking, so are you saying that we're all going to, at some point, having to wear spacesuits? I can't imagine myself going to space, certainly not. I'm a bit of a chicken. So I think I'll probably, you know, stick to becoming an avatar and going virtually. But can you just expand a bit more on that course? Because I found that really fascinating, that you're going to give these children this knowledge, apart from all the other courses, but Space Kids suits. What's that about then?
Yeah, well, actually, Samira, we want to provide the knowledge of future clothing, because we know that the climate change is going to be a quite challenge for the humankind. Right. So because of that, when we want to build the next clothes for human beings, it's not just for people who are going to travel around the moon or other planets. It's especially because we are going to have more heat weather from now on to 5 to 10 years from now on. We are going to have this hot weather that is going to affect us in some point. So that's why we need to create a new type of textile. And with technology, we want to provide new solutions in terms of jackets or pants. So for this, we know that with Arduino, is a microchip, we can build this kind of technology into the textile, and we can provide solutions for people who are going to be in some point affected by the weather. So that's why those courses are not just only for space. Those courses are actually focused on planet Earth and the consequences of the climate change that we are going to have. For the next 5 years.
So that means, you know, I'll probably be walking around maybe in about 20, 30 years' time plus with this spacesuit, even on Earth, because of the climate change as well. Yes, but it's also available in space. So that's amazing. So does that mean that we've currently, you know, got fashion designers creating these spacesuits and tying that in with technology and working closely with scientists. So there must be, I don't know, Burberry, we've been Westfield, Westwood, Vivienne Westwood, she's an influential fashion designer. So I don't know who's actually designing them, but no doubt you've got top fashion designers working on these spacesuits. That's really fascinating.
Yeah. And as you are saying, the designers must focus on this kind of textiles because we are going to suffer the consequences of climate change. So that's why the idea to put technology into the clothes that we are going to wear is so important for the life that we are having right now on planet Earth. And of course, as an institution who boosts you to inspire about the future, to be passionate about the future, and to don't take a look only on the things on Earth, because our vision is to think beyond the planet Earth. Because we are going to become an interplanetary species. So these kind of courses are going to be helpful not just only for the people who are worried about the things outside the planet Earth. This is only at the same time for the people who are going to take care of the planet Earth life.
Yes, excellent. That's an excellent, amazing, innovative idea, really, what you're developing for the future. And, these scholarships, are they set at a certain level? Is it through virtual learning, or is it actually at, a particular establishment where youngsters can walk into? And who are the sponsors? And, who are the sponsors and, the type of scholarships that are offered?
Okay, got it. In relation with the process to get the scholarships, we are in contact with several universities around Latin America and of course Argentina, and they are help us in terms of find the proper talent to give them the scholarships, and at the same time we want to. As I said before, to spread not just only in Latin America, we want to spread all over the world because these kind of initiatives are so important for the human future and for the young generations to come. Because we know that without space education, we are going to suffer the consequences of having people who doesn't have the vision outside the planet Earth. And at the same time, it's important to explore other planets to improve our lives. For example, 88% of the oceans are unexplored. And this is because we don't explore under the oceans. And with satellites, we can explore all the benefits that we have under the oceans. And that's why space education can provide that. And at the same time, in relation with your question, the process is easy. Because those institutions can provide us the proper students who don't have the money to pay for the courses. And our strategy is to create a platform from the next year to apply directly with the platform. And you have to show that you're passionate about the future. You have to show that you have the money to apply the courses. And of course, we are going to provide through the platform the certification, and you are going to be able to apply directly with the website that we have. This is something that we are building on, and we want to have from the next year ready to don't require for the thing that the universities are doing at the moment with us. So if you are not in relation with any institution, schools or universities, and you want to get the scholarship directly with the Space Kids Foundation website, you can put your DNI and or your passport, and you have to say what are you, and we can help you. But this is something that we are building. So at the moment, the strategy that we have is through universities and schools, and then they are provide us the proper students, and at the same time we give them a password to enter to the class, and they do by Zoom or Google Meet. It depends on the institution we are related with. For example, next month we are going to work with Serena Robotics from India, and we are going to provide 100 scholarships, and we are going to give the password of each. We are going to provide the password for apply for this course. This course is IoT and space, because we know that IoT, the industrial of the things, as I say, because now we have IoT as a simple technology into the fourth industrial revolution, but in the next 20 or 30 years, we are going to have the industrial IoT. So the IoT is going to become an industrial revolution, because everything is going to have connection. So even a simple point of the world is going to have a connection. So everything is going to be interconnected, and so that's why these kind of courses are important, because you need to think in that way, that everything is going to be connected, and you are be connected with your cell phone, and at the same time with your glass, with your refrigerator, with your toilet. So everything is going to be connected. So
excellent. And you know, these scholarships, how long are these scholarships for? Is it like a year, a couple of years, or does it very much depend on the individual student?
No, the scholarships are shorter, because the knowledge is duplicating faster and faster every year. For example, if you compare the knowledge 100 years ago, duplicates after 100 years. Nowadays, the knowledge duplicates after 73 days. And in 2030, the knowledge is going to duplicate after 12 hours. So that's why the courses must be shorter, not too long. So the kids must be updated with the knowledge faster and faster.
Right, thank you. And I think, is it right? I think Elon Musk, he said that, or he has a vision that by, is it 2050, he's wanting to build a city in space, or is it in Mars, I think, on Mars? A city is going to be built. And I think, so that's amazing. I mean, at this moment in time, and I'm sure the viewers will probably think, God, that's unbelievable. I'm finding that really fascinating. So does that mean there's going to be shops there, there's going to be restaurants there, there's going to be nursery, school, everything there? So you're going to be, and how will that work? You know, this city, these restaurants, will you go there virtually? As you said, through artificial intelligence, or can you actually even go there in person? And as they say, stars in your eyes, maybe 2050 there are going to be stars in our eyes, because we're actually going to be going to Mars, possibly, whoever wants to.
Yeah, well, actually, as I said before, we are going to be able to travel without body, or only... only by our consciousness, but at the same time we are going to be able to travel with our physical body. So the norm is going to be virtual, because at the beginning we are going to see that only the richest people who are going to be able to travel, they are going to travel. For example, in 2025 we are going to have a hotel on the space, and not for everyone is going to be this hotel.
That's not long then, is it? Yeah. But anyway, so I'm so sorry, Chris. Unfortunately, we've run out of time. But thank you, viewers, for tuning in. And please do tune in next week.